We're right in the middle of the village of Clare. And the bells were ringing on the church of St. Peter and St. Paul. This is a large, impressive village church. An iron railing around the edge of the churchyard, and beautiful old buildings right next to it and surrounding it. There's a lovely wooden clad building. We've got lovely wrought iron gates to come in to the churchyard, and here we have the church, which is the parish church of St. Peter and St. Paul. The churchyard is very busy, lots of headstones and graves, even in the path. Some of them show a lot of wear from the years of weather. We'll have a little stroll around this churchyard. Oh, and they've got the wheelie bins behind a barricade. There with the clock. Lots of little windows and things with some memorials actually on the wall of the tower. Lots of vegetation growing on the little ledges there. Got a big entrance here at the bottom of the tower. You look up, a big stained glass window, little windows above. Lots of decoration there underneath that window, and beautiful, beautiful entrance. Lots of patina from the weather. So this side of the churchyard is quite vast, with nicely laid out lawn and beautifully trimmed trees. Extension, but we'll have to walk round to the other side of the church to see it. So when we come back round the side of the church here, I can see a lot of work has been done over the years. Probably the addition of these windows at some point. We've got brick arches mixed in with the flint. A little door there with a foot scraper at the side. And here is a good example of the changes over the years, where a new arch and new doorway has been added to what presumably was a bigger door. Many, many alterations and changes over the years, I suspect, to this church. repair work there on the side of that window and there. And this is a scene here which shows evidence of a lot of repair work, changes. Look at that window there. And look at that, where the brick's been added into the flint. Is that a new window? Was there a bigger window there? Was it just damaged? I'm not sure. Signs of weathering here over the years. Some very impressive windows here. The church is like a little island here in the town, and roads all around it. Cars busily shooting by. We've got a little window there with lace curtains behind. It's unusual. The usual floodlights to light the church at night. This side of the church has got lots of windows. This is quite a big, grand churchyard with not that many headstones here. It's a grave that's seen better days. It looks as if the stone or rented cladding has come off and exposed the brick foundation behind. Get a good view here of the tower and the clock face. Another entrance. This church seems to have 3 major entrances, and it's the one on the other side that's used currently. And you can see all the houses that surround the church. This is a lovely village of Clare. It's quite large actually. Churchyard extends right down here. A path that runs down the middle, and another entrance to one of the busy village roads. So we'll walk back around, I think, and have a look inside this massive church. This one's lost its cross by the look of it. Broken off. Shame. This one's sinking. Very charismatic, all this churchyard. When you walk down the path and you see these, it's a big monumental one over there. Let's have a look. In remembrance of William Colding, who died in 1885. As we walk back round to the main entrance, we can see some of the lovely little cottages and houses that make up the centre of Clare. Popular place to live here in Suffolk. And the sun has come out for our visit, which is always good. Look at those lovely houses. And the view of those cottages, looking at them through the ancient headstones. It's amazing. Here we are at one of the three main entrances to the church. This has got a sort of a clock affair up the top and very old weathered arch. Pot there. Got wooden gates that can be closed. This is really nice. Look at that. We've got a lovely ceiling. Look at that. And the arch. That's beautiful. That's just lovely. Got two windows on this side, one bigger than the other. Oh, that looks quite old, doesn't it? Fantastic flower arrangement each side of the door. We're in the silence of an extremely large church. The first thing we see is the big font here with a cross in flowers. We've got the bells ringing at the right time, just as we entered. This side here is an area for people to sit and have teas, coffees perhaps. Got memorials of graves here on the floor. Three large plain windows here giving a lot of light in this area, and memorials everywhere on the walls. Doris Olive Gregory, 1898 to 1987. This is the area underneath the massive tower. That's a really big area with a big arch and the bell pulls. We can stand here, turn, and see this very grand church. It's very light. We've got mainly plain windows all down this side, up above on both sides, and even the window behind the altar is predominantly plain glass. So the church is so light, well lit, big broad wooden ceiling, lots of decoration on the side in stonework, magnificent arches, really magnificent arches on quite slender columns. We've got three main aisles. This side we've got a visitors area, children's area, Sunday school. This is the main section here. The pews on this church are fairly new, I would say. They look as if they were something from the 1940s or 50s. We've got three windows there, lovely. Look in this section, and the one in the middle has got stained glass in it. The effect is very dramatic. They're big windows, and there's a memorial which I suspect is, yes, to the Second World War or the First World War. Return to this part of the church because we've noticed there's an interesting memorial here.
In fraternal memory of His Royal Highness Prince Leopold, Duke of Albany, Earl of Clarence, fourth son of Her Majesty Queen Victoria, born April 1853 and died March 1884.
That's interesting. So we'll go back down the middle of the church. A lovely walk down here. Our feet are echoing in the church. Got a pulpit here. A cross on the wall, simple cross. It's quite low, this pulpit, considering the size of the church. Little door there with presumably a little staircase probably going up behind that. There's a piano or a little organ there. And this is a very large area here. It's beautiful. It's a candle with flowers. We've got pews here which look older. They're all heavily carved. And here we've got a large organ, candle holders. Got a heater for the organist. That's always nice on a cold winter's day. And the organ is locked up behind a glass cabinet. We come up to the altar area and we've got all these windows here, massive windows, and they're all plain. They start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all giving off light. That's without the ones up above. And then the one behind the altar, which is predominantly plain glass. This is a big area. Fits the church well, which is large. Memorials on the wall, little door. So we can turn and look back down the church. See the width of it now. From that side, right across, is quite a wide area. Got the usual black and red tiles on the floor here. Over on this side, we've got a small little chapel area. It's a nice little area here. Chairs and cushions around. Side of the church, we've got some modern furniture here. Got a beautiful memorial here to Elizabeth Ruggles. Who died in 1776. It's beautiful. walk back down from the altar, we feel quite in awe of this church. It's so large and stuck down into this area. It's an old stone grave there by the look of it. Beautiful flower arrangement, look at that. Isn't that lovely? Really nice. A little door of some sort. This is impressive lecture. And then on this side, interestingly, we've got one of the few, or if the only, stained glass window. And you can see the difference in the amount of light that they let in. The majority of windows, or nearly all the windows in this church, are plain glass like this, letting in lots of light on a sunny day. And this one is all subdued. But it's beautiful. Over here in a cabinet we have a big vase. Up here it says something about the Gotch.
A beer jug presented to the bell ringers in 1729 by the then vicar, the Reverend Matthew Bell, and holds 32 points. The bell and crown embossed on it are a reference to the Crown Inn, which was owned by the family.
Ah, so it's a beer jug.
And the crown.
So that held all the beer. It was a nice present. Here at the side of the organ there's more pipes, all in gold. Looks like lots of information about the church here. Interesting book. Pictures here from the church. This is a nice thought to have all these albums here. Over here we've got a list of the vicars of this parish, by the look of it. The first one was in 1307. Lots of Johns. John was a very popular name, I guess. We've got the latest one, Stuart Mitchell. Quite an impressive list. Under this, here we have a very impressive little area. I'm not sure what it is, but very cozy. Beautiful stained glass window. A wooden staircase going up here. And lots of memorials here on this wall. So this was Iris Johnston of Clare Hall. Died in 1989. we come up this wooden staircase and lots more memorials on the wall. We've got up here another lovely little area. Oh, it's beautiful, look. Somewhere to sit here. And we can look out over into the church. This looks all very old. What a lovely, lovely view. This beautiful stained glass window here. This is a beautiful little area. Magnificent. Oh, there's another stained glass window I didn't notice. So that's two here. Look at that. That's predominantly green. That's predominantly red. And reflections on the wooden stairs. Beautiful. And down underneath here we've got a memorial to VE Day and some reproductions of newspapers that obviously came out on the day or around the day of VE Day. And Hitler is dead. That brought a lot of pleasure, I guess, at the time to people. You sign the registry here. So we leave that very light, bright, large church and come back out to the bustling village of Clare and the sun shining on us. So that was a really enjoyable visit to this large church, the village of Clare in Suffolk. Birds flying into the tower there. That's lovely. This massive church in an island in the middle of Clare.